Hey y'all, welcome to Cowboys First and my boy AOC. We about to talk about Micah Parsons and his contract negotiations. We about to watch this video from Jeremy Fowler, and we're gonna give our comments on it.
All right, let's take a listen, bro. Let's take a listen. They out here thinking that they know what they talking about, man. With better sources, can you get to somebody that shared a womb with Micah? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Let's get into it, bro.
Stay with the pass rusher theme here. Michael Parsons, he's due for a new deal. Cowboy fans are sitting there wondering, when is that going to get done?
Yeah, so this is kind of a relaxed situation. When
All right, real quick, TP, I just want you to give your educated guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to try to break no news. I want you to get in trouble on that. If you had to guess, when do you think Michael's contract will get done, bro?
Oh,
Do you think it gets done this offseason?
Dealing with, I have no idea, but I think it'll get done before the end of the season.
What end of what season?
Not the end of the season, the end of training camp.
Okay.
I think it's gonna get done before the start of the season. Hopefully it's not the day of like that. Hopefully it's a couple weeks like CD. You know what I mean? Let Micah get a little ramp up period at least. But if I'm both sides, I'm trying to get this done as fast as possible because you need him out there. You don't want him missing any time and risking injury. In a year with the schedule being how it is and seeing how it is when Micah misses time, we don't want Micah to miss no more time. Like, come on.
No, real talk.
That top 5 defense. Since Micah's been a Cowboy and played every game, we've never not had a top 5 defense. So it's essential that he plays every game this year.
I like that. All right, let's get back into it.
Talk to people involved. They're like, look, it's a lull in the summer right now. Not a lot going on. People
They gonna get a copyright with all this play they showing, man. Hold on. Let me.
You gotta keep pausing.
Yeah, hold on. Now, I'm about to say, let me let them talk. I might just take it
on
off
vacation.
the
Team
screen. They
officials
can
are out
hear
on the
it.
beach somewhere. Once they reconvene for training camp, Dallas will probably lock in on this a little bit more. Typically, they do their deals late in the calendar. Late August, early September. We've seen.
Right. They usually do that, but I don't know, man. They've been moving a little bit different this offseason. You brought it up before we start recording, man. Osa's deal get done so early did shock me. I ain't gonna cap. It did shock me.
Yeah, and they were trying to get Micah's done that early too.
So, yeah, and they really were. They were trying to get Michaels done there early, but you gotta do what's best for your brothers in the league. And oh, brother. But anyways, man, let's get back into it. They didn't get off all these highlights. ESPN ain't slick.
That with CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, some of their other big deals. They are dedicated to doing this, though, and he's almost a separate situation than those other two guys we just talked about because they're in their 30s. They're going on their third contract. This guy's right.
Hold on. CD ain't in his damn 30s? And CD ain't in. Oh, he must be talking about somebody that just talking.
I think he's talking about the Myles Garrett.
Okay, Myles Garrett and TJ Watt, right. Okay, yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Right in his prime, mid-20s, dangerous player, so he's going to get a massive number. Just depends on when they do it. Shouldn't be a problem. The Cowboys got a lot to spend here. They also got Tyler Smith, one of the top guards in the NFL, who's eligible for an extension as well.
And I like what he said right there, bro. He said the Cowboys have a lot to spend here, and they do. I don't think people realize that, bro. The Cowboys could literally give Micah Parsons a $45 million contract per year without blinking, bro. And it wouldn't impact their ability to sign Tyler, and it wouldn't impact their ability to even sign DeRon Bland after signing Tyler, bro. Like, they have that much cap space.
We have the cap space to do all that. It's just the years that follow, you know what I mean?
Right.
As the cap goes up, you know what I mean? It's just that's where it starts to get tricky, where they try to play the numbers game and think 2 and 3 years early, you know what I mean, where the cap's going to be at and things like that. But yeah, for the right now, we can sign all those guys. It's just going to be 2 and 3 years down the road when their cap hits are high. Are we going to be able to keep them under the cap? You know what I mean? That's going to be the thing. So it's just going to be picking the right guys and paying the right guys. Obviously, Mike's going to be one of them. Tyler Smith has to be one of them. That's why that DB room is looking real interesting.
So do you think it's accurate that what he said about them getting his contract done at training camp? Like when training camp starts?
I thought, ever since it got past mini camp and things like that and it wasn't done, training camp was the next logical explanation because, the front office is going to be at training camp. Mike is going to be at training camp. And at any point, his agent can fly out there and, get something done. And it's 4 to 6 weeks. Hey, that's all the time in the world to get a hammer out of deal, man. Micah,
I
he's
ain't trying to
probably
play devil's advocate, but why the agent ain't making himself more available, bro? Why you ain't showing up more so you can see Jerry? So like I mean, why you making it to where? And I don't know if this is what he's doing for real, but this is just me asking the question because I know there's somebody out there that has the same question. But why is it that Jerry them got to be the ones that reach out to the agent and try to get the agent to show up and set up meetings? Why the agent just don't show up with Micah and make it be like, hey, now you got to talk to me because I'm here?
because from my understanding, I'm pretty sure the agent already gave him a number. So it's like
Okay.
now it's up to y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all know what the number is. Y'all know what the price tag is. Now, you know what I mean? Y'all got to get back to us.
Okay.
And y'all
Okay.
gotta
So the
support
agent
it.
like, all right, this was my number. Y'all tried to give Mike a number. This was my number, and now y'all gotta respond to that. That's kind of where it's sitting.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right, I guess I gotta lay off of Mulligetta. He might have slid them a number that said $50 million per season, and Jared was like, hell no.
You know what I mean? But it's like when you look at the whole, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be 50, but it could be
That's
somewhere around there.
diabolical.
It could
That's
be somewhere
Don't
around
say
there.
that. Don't say it.
Um,
Everybody gonna turn on Micah if he get
and
close
we
to
can
50.
afford it. You know what I'm saying? And we can afford it. And if you looking at if he signs 5 or plus years, you know what I mean? That's a steal. That's a steal. You know what I mean? If you think about it that way, because of the way you can move the money around and actually be able to keep his cap number low to be able to still able to sign more guys and add more talent. That's what it's about. If you look at the Eagles right now, they gotta still pay. They pay their guys, but what they do, you know what I mean? They pay them early, and they able to use that money and keep them cap hits low. You know, what they got AJ Brown, Saquon, and Jalen Hurts all for the same number as Dak right now. So it's just like, you know what I mean? You can kind of see how you can manipulate the cap and manipulate the numbers. When you have the years to do it, hey, you can afford to pay a player almost whatever he wants. And I think that's what David's at right now. Hey, man, we're trying to sign a long term deal. We're not trying to ask for 4 years. You know what I mean? Give us a long term deal and just give us the amount that we want, and we know y'all can make it work. And you know what I mean? Get back to us when the numbers is ready.
So do you think Micah's trying to get like a kingmaker deal right now, where he's kind of like trying to do like a defensive version of what Patrick Mahomes did, essentially, is like get a deal that's going to take him to the rest of his career, to the end of his career?
Yeah.
Like he ain't trying to. He essentially he's not trying to position himself for a third big contract like a TJ Watt's doing right now. He just wants to. Okay.
He's not trying to play past 31. He's 25. He's 26 right now. He's not trying to play past 31.
And you know what? He said that though. He honestly said that himself, that he
Yeah,
wasn't trying to be playing.
multiple
I
times.
think he said, I think he said that himself. He was going at 30. He was trying to be done.
Yeah, what last year he said the Cowboys got 7 years.
Yeah. So that adds more perspective, and that would make it a lot more clear as to why this contract negotiation would not be as cut and dry as it seemed like it should be, because it's like, hey, they have the money. You know, Micah's he's obviously he's 25, 26 years old. He's gonna set the market. He should set the market at the position. Why is it even a conversation? And it's like, okay, maybe it's a conversation because he trying to make sure his last deal is straight. Like he trying to make this his last deal. So he trying to make sure his last deal is straight and he has all the protections in place to where he can finish his career on his own terms, essentially, where he wants to finish it at too. So I would, you know what? I wouldn't even be mad if the reason it took a little bit longer is because they trying to get a no trade clause. They trying to get this X, Y, and Z to just do different things to make sure that he has that control over how he wants to end his career, especially if he doesn't want to be the type of guy that abuses his body. You know what I'm saying, into his mid-30s and stuff. He's trying to go kind of like the Patrick Willis route. And Micah wouldn't be the first player that retires that early. Patrick Willis, Aaron Donald, there's certain guys that they're transcendent at that position, but they're also understanding of, hey man, there's life after football, and I'm not trying to kill myself.
No, for sure.
So, okay, I respect that. So, training camp is when the contract watch really should start to kind of see like
start heating up.
Okay. Bet.
Especially, you know what I mean, if he's not going to be practicing. If he's not going to be practicing, the pressure's going to be on the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to see that because he's been having such a great offseason, bro. Just
I don't
bro,
want to see it either,
Micah
bro.
looks the part. He looks the part as a leader right now. He looks the part of a leader, and I don't think that it would take anything away from him at all, especially with how he's carried himself this offseason and kind of how he's carried himself this last season and in general. I don't think it would take anything away from him at all if he did sit out and was like, "Hey, I need to get paid." I think the guys will understand because he's put enough time. He put enough time with these dudes, bro.
He's still gonna be there. I'm about to say he's still gonna be there, animated. You know what I mean? Trying to get his guys right. You know what I mean? He's still gonna take that leadership role. He just won't be out there. You know what I mean?
And that's protect
He
yourself.
shouldn't be. Yeah, but I said
You gotta protect yourself, especially you trying to make this your last deal. You gotta protect yourself, bro. You gotta protect yourself. So I get it. Well, hey, y'all heard it first here on Cowboys First. Was Jeremy Fowler full of it? Apparently not. I think training camp was a good guess. I think anybody could have probably broke that news right there. But I think training camp is probably a good guess of the next time we'll see like the contract negotiations start to heat up. Again, a lot went on that kind of fluffed things up earlier this offseason, but I'm sure the Jones is gonna get it right, man. You gotta get it right.
Get it right for sure. I think they're gonna get it right with a lot of guys. And like you said, Tyler Smith should be right up next. All pro guard. Gotta get him out the way. Other than that, man, thanks for tuning in, guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And hey, college football is here, baby.
Oh my gosh. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. He done. All right, y'all.